I'm just being 100. Like that's the dude, baby, over there you left me for, and you want me to go get him a Power Wheel. Girl, you better kick rocks and break your feet. That's all I can tell you.
God dang. What's going on with you?
Whew, long day, but I'm here. I'm here.
And then everybody said, what's up? Our boss said POG in the house. Yep. Salute to you, Ryan. He's like, yeah, whoa, what's happening, big dog? Buck said, what's happening? Did you see the last clip I played?
No, I missed it.
Okay, so just real quick, I'm just gonna play a little excerpt for you.
What do you want? Like, why are you here?
Why you come out here recording me? What you mean? It's Christmas. I've been calling and texting your phone.
Okay, what do you need? Like, what's
It's Christmas. I can't drop my daughter gifts off.
I hope you got gifts to my other kids too. If you dropping off gifts.
Why would I have to have gifts for your other kids? Them ain't my kids.
What you mean? Like, they need toys too. Like,
bro, that's not my responsibility.
You can't just drop off toys for your kids and I got other kids in my house.
You don't make no sense. That's not my responsibility. My kids is my responsibility. That daddy is in jail. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Exactly. So if you're dropping off gifts, they about to be jealous. Like, that's not gonna work. I'm not.
Bro, that's not my fault.
Thoughts.
You see the shirt I'm wearing today, right? You see what it say, right?
Savage.
I'm about to be just that. So, first of all, this 304 must be out of her mind. First of all, you want this man to bring your kids, who he had no enjoyment of making, gifts, while he get to sit over there and look at all the fun somebody else had and give them gifts? Nah, stop playing, man. Look, she need to go somewhere with that.
I have the fun and enjoyment of making.
Exactly. You let that other man enjoy that 25, 35, 45 minutes, not me. So,
geez.
I hope they got if they daddy in jail, I hope they got grandparents, because I ain't getting shit. I'm doing exactly what he did. I'm only here for what I'm here for. I'm only responsible for that 1%er over there. The other 35 and 55 and 75 and 85%, 95 you got, ain't got nothing to do with me. Think about it, see, off of that statement, right? She left you for the dude who she had a baby for sitting on the next couch. I don't know about that little mother nothing. I'm just being 100. Like, that's the dude, baby, over there you left me for, and you want me to go get him a Power Wheel. Girl, you better kick rocks and break your feet. That's all I can tell you.
God dang. Adam says many of these problems will be eliminated by getting rid of the no-fault divorce. Oh, making fault divorce. Yeah. They're not gonna do that because they're making too much money. They're making too much money. They can hand over fist.
5 women from Arizona sued child support because they were getting government assistance. Child support was taking all the money. 5 women said, hey, why are you taking all the money? Like, how are we supposed to support these kids? In that case, to keep the money, child support services had to tell on themselves. They said that child support was not in the best interest of the child. It was never intended for the child, nor the custodial parent. It was intended to benefit the state.
I called myself trying to go surprise my daughter at school today. I present all the proper, identification and everything. They go get my daughter. She come in. She don't see me. She go in the office with the little lady. So the little lady come back out, Hey, she don't want to see you. It's all right, fuck it. So, me as the type of father that I am, it hurt like a motherfucker. But hey, Sherika Smith, you win. I give up. I pay my child support. You keep all to yourself. That's what you wanted anyway, right? So you keep all to yourself. I don't want no trouble. I'm not finna kiss nobody's ass to be no father. I'm not finna kiss no mother's ass to be no father, child, none of that shit. I'm cool.
We're talking about a scenario here where the dude tried to be there, but you have women that's planting these seeds in their head. They mad at you and go ahead and tell the kids something messed up. I know you know about that subject. So I figure, well, we've all been through it, but I say, this is perfect subject for you. Floor is yours, sir.
Man, whew, I lived this. So I'm still living it, as a matter of fact. So nothing never changed. I mean, I get what he's saying and I get where he's coming from, but he, in so many words, just giving up on the child due to what the child's circumstances is. And I understand that frustration because I felt like that once upon a time. But you got to understand, if you're not that parent in that house, and that kid is only seeing one side of everything, and you're not there to defend yourself, obviously it must be the truth to them. That's how they look at it. Mm-hmm. So I made sure, just like he did, that I did everything that I was supposed to do. So if they ever did come back and try to reach out, I have all my ducks in a row to say, this is what happened, this is how it happened, this is what it was. You can either accept it, listen to me, or you can go your own way. Because again, like he said, you're not gonna kiss ass, especially when my child reached out to me at about 18 years old. Okay. At this time, he's going into his manhood. So yeah, it's not like I'm gonna go ahead and kiss his ass to be the father that I was already destined to be. That was not my fault. So again, I understand what he's saying, but you can't necessarily just take it all out on the child because you don't know what that child is being told, and you have to deal with that. You have to deal with that.
Right. Now, you took my daddy out of my life because of y'all relationship problems.
Since you're 16, you can contact him, but I cannot promise you it's not gonna be the same.
This whole time, why you ain't been say that why you ain't let me decide that? Why you deciding if I get to see my father or not? Huh?
It's not even just me. That was
now I don't want to talk to you. Stop talking to me. I wish you was never in my life, bro.
Especially us as black men, we don't have the legal support as the other peoples to get that situation fixed. Sometimes we're just in a situation to where we have to sit back and take it, so to speak, and just hope things work out versus I'm gonna go get my attorney and I'm gonna make sure I'm there for my kids. Sometimes you just can't. It ain't possible.
I got a kid that's 7 years old. Will be turning 8 soon. You know, I've been supporting them the best I can, sending the child's mother about $500 to $600 a month, which I think is good enough for one kid, you know, for all his expenses for the month. But my BM is a greedy little bitch, and she knows that I'm a truck driver, and somebody must have been in her ear to tell her that she could get more, 20% of my check. So she took it to court, and now I'm paying about $1,000 a month, which is literally one whole check, basically. So one of my checks is going straight to her. Meanwhile, I still got bills to pay. Still got rent, still got food, still got, you know, a car that I got to pay for every month.
Because I had, over the years, you hear people say, well, go get your kids. And you're like, with what money? Like, I've been paying $1,000 in child support for 20-something years straight. I ain't missed. Your boy ain't missed, right? And so, where the extra money supposed to come from? You know what I mean?
But see, Sean, that's the problem. Nobody worry about where the extra money from the father comes from. And the mama could have 3-4 streams of income, being herself, you with your child support, and her new boyfriend that just moved in. She's straight. You got 3 streams of income while you got a half. You literally have a half of income.
So what I get in child support is basically like a full-time job. I get $3,200 in child support, $2,700 in food stamps, and I get $650 in cash assistance. I don't pay any bills. My husband pays all the bills, and I just pocket all this money. So why would I need to work?
And I showed that on one of my old videos back in the day about how, like, you could be a dude in Texas paying child support, and then you negative at the end of the month. Like, you ain't got enough to even...
I'm that dude. I have literally had nothing to eat on some days. I've literally had no gas in my car on some days just to make sure I keep up with my responsibilities. But again, it goes to these we talked about this, me and you, it goes to these lawyers and all this other stuff that got these prices for these kids sky high to where there's no way you can function and be a father and live your own life. You basically got to live your kids' life. You a slave to the system and your kids, or your baby mama, I should say.
Not everybody that pay money to a lawyer end up with their kids anyway. So now you just pay all this money to the lawyer, and it didn't even work out for you anyway.
Why not give the child to the father? Because the father, when the child is with the father, the child does better. And plus, usually the father's making more money. So if he has to pay child support anyway, why not give the child to him instead of him having to pay the mother who, when she raises the child, unfortunately, the stats aren't in her favor. When there's a single father raising a child, it's almost like a two-parent home. So controversial with those stats. Would it make sense to give the child to the father instead of giving the child to the mother and paying the mother child support on top of that?